Forbidden knowledge. Why the Book of Jubilees was banned. Hey there, history buffs and curious minds. Welcome back to the channel where we unravel the mysteries of the past one intriguing tale at a time. Today, we're cracking open a book that's been gathering dust on the forbidden shelves for centuries, the Book of Jubilees. Now, I know what you're thinking. The book of what now? Don't worry, you're not alone. This isn't your typical Sunday school material. This is more like the director's cut of biblical stories, the extended edition with all the behind-the-scenes secrets they didn't want you to see. So, why was this fascinating piece of literature left out of the biblical canon? Did it reveal truths that were too hot to handle, or was it just the victim of some ancient editorial cuts? Stick around, because we're about to embark on a journey through time, uncovering the secrets of this mysterious text and answering the burning question: why was the Book of Jubilees banned? Let's dive in, understanding the biblical canon. Alright, before we jump into the deep end, let's set the scene with a quick crash course on the biblical canon. So, what exactly is the biblical canon? Think of it as the greatest hits album of ancient scriptures. It's the official collection of books that religious leaders deemed divinely inspired and essential for teaching and doctrine. But here's the plot twist: not every ancient writing made the cut. There were countless texts floating around back in the day, some inspiring, some bizarre, and some that made you go, wait, what? Deciding which books were in or out was a bit like ancient reality TV elimination rounds. Gospel of Thomas, I'm sorry, you are not the chosen one. These excluded writings are often called apocryphal or pseudepigraphal texts. Big words, but they basically mean hidden or falsely attributed works. Among these sidelined texts lies our star, the enigmatic Book of Jubilees. So, how did these decisions get made? And why were some books celebrated while others were cast into obscurity? Let's keep unraveling this literary mystery. The origins of the Book of Jubilees. Now, let's rewind the clock to around the 2nd century BCE. Picture ancient Judea, a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and, of course, religious debates. It was in this vibrant setting that the Book of Jubilees emerged. Who wrote it? Excellent question. While some texts were supposedly penned by big names like Moses himself, scholars believe the Book of Jubilees was written by an anonymous Jewish teacher with a flair for detail and a lot of time on his hands, literally, since he reworked the entire calendar. The book offers a reimagined retelling of the events from Genesis and parts of Exodus. Think of it as the enhanced edition of the Bible, filled with extra stories, character backstories, and even some plot twists. But here's where things get really exciting. Fragments of the Book of Jubilees were discovered among the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Qumran caves. That's right, our mysterious text was part of this monumental archaeological find, giving it some serious historical street cred. So, with such intriguing origins and a spot among the legendary Dead Sea Scrolls, why did the Book of Jubilees end up on the biblical chopping block? Let's delve deeper to find out. Content overview. Time to spill the tea. What's actually inside the Book of Jubilees? At its core, the Book of Jubilees retells the stories of Genesis and part of Exodus. But it's not just a simple recap. Oh no, it's like the deluxe edition with bonus tracks and director's commentary. One of the standout features is its unique division of history into jubilees, periods of 49 years, comprising 7 cycles of 7 years each. Imagine organizing all of history into a neat, celestial spreadsheet. The book adds new layers to familiar tales. For example, it names the daughters of Adam and Eve, information you won't find in Genesis. It also expands on the stories of figures like Enoch and Noah, throwing in details about angels, demons, and even some heavenly lawsuits. Speaking of angels and demons, the Book of Jubilees dives deep into the supernatural. It explains the origins of evil spirits and the cosmic battle between good and evil. It's like supernatural meets ancient scripture. Another significant aspect is its emphasis on a solar calendar of 364 days, rejecting the traditional lunar calendar. This wasn't just a scheduling preference, it had major implications for religious festivals and observances. In short, the Book of Jubilees offers a fascinating, sometimes eyebrow-raising, expansion of the traditional biblical narratives. It's no wonder it caught both attention and controversy. So, what are the major themes that make this book stand out, and possibly why it was banned? Let's explore major themes and teachings. Let's unpack some of the major themes that make the Book of Jubilees both intriguing and contentious. First up, celestial beings take center stage. The book is rich with angelology and demonology, detailing hierarchies of angels and the origin stories of demons. It's like an ancient who's who of the supernatural realm. This focus on angelic intermediaries might have raised a few eyebrows among those who preferred a more direct line to the divine. Next, there's a strong emphasis on strict adherence to the law. The Book of Jubilees urges followers to observe commandments with precision, even suggesting that the patriarchs like Abraham and Jacob were keeping laws that, according to other texts, hadn't been given yet. Talk about being ahead of their time. Then there's the calendar conundrum. By advocating for a solar calendar, the book directly challenged the established lunar calendar used in Jewish tradition. This wasn't just about seeing the sun or the moon more, it affected the dates of important feasts and ceremonies. Imagine celebrating New Year's Eve a month early because of a calendar dispute. These themes highlight a push for purity, a return to original practices, and perhaps even a bit of spiritual elitism. Whether you see it as devout dedication or overzealousness probably depends on which side of the ancient debate you'd be on. But how did these themes contribute to the book's exclusion from the canon? Time to get to the heart of the matter. Reasons for exclusion from the canon. So, why did the Book of Jubilees get the boot from the biblical canon? Firstly, the book's theological views diverged from mainstream Judaism. Its heavy focus on angels and demons might have been seen as a bit too mystical or speculative. Not everyone was keen on the idea of a crowded spiritual realm with a detailed cast of characters. Then there's the calendar issue. By pushing for a solar calendar, the Book of Jubilees was effectively challenging the established religious order. This wasn't just a minor disagreement, it threatened to disrupt communal unity. Imagine entire communities celebrating Passover on different days. The book's strict legalism and emphasis on predestination, suggesting everything was pre-written on heavenly tablets, might have clashed with beliefs in free will and personal responsibility. Moreover, the Book of Jubilees was popular among certain sects, like the Essenes, who were considered fringe groups by mainstream Judaism. Associating with these ideas might have been seen as aligning with separatists or radicals. Early Christians, while aware of the book, likely found its stringent adherence to Jewish law incompatible with the teachings of Jesus and the message of grace over law. In essence, the Book of Jubilees was a bit too out there for the religious authorities compiling the canon. It strayed from accepted doctrines, challenged established practices, and was perhaps a little too enthusiastic about heavenly bookkeeping. But just because it was excluded doesn't mean it vanished. Let's see how it still made its mark. Impact on Jewish and Christian traditions. Despite being left out of the official lineup, the Book of Jubilees wasn't forgotten. Among the Essenes and other Jewish sects, it was held in high esteem. The Essenes, known for their ascetic lifestyle and apocalyptic expectations, found the book's emphasis on purity and the end times resonated with their beliefs. In early Christian writings, echoes of the Book of Jubilees can be found, although it never gained canonical status. Its themes may have influenced certain theological discussions and interpretations. Interestingly, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church includes the Book of Jubilees in its biblical canon. In Ethiopia, it's known as the Book of Division, and it's been cherished for centuries. So while it was sidelined in some traditions, it became foundational in others. This demonstrates how diverse interpretations and traditions can shape the inclusion or exclusion of texts. The Book of Jubilees may have been controversial, but it certainly wasn't insignificant. Now, let's fast forward to modern times to see how this ancient text was rediscovered and what scholars are saying today. Rediscovery and modern scholarship. Jumping ahead to the 19th century, Western explorers in Ethiopia, then known as Abyssinia, came across the Book of Jubilees preserved in the Ge'ez language. It was like finding a lost episode of a favorite show. Translations into European languages opened up this mysterious text to scholars worldwide. New manuscript just dropped, as the kids might say. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the 1940s and 1950s added fuel to the scholarly fire. Among the scrolls were Hebrew fragments of the Book of Jubilees, confirming its antiquity and significance. Modern scholars have been fascinated by what the Book of Jubilees reveals about early Jewish thought, calendar systems, and sectarian movements. Debates continue over its origins, influence, and the reasons for its exclusion from the canon. It's a reminder that history is ever evolving, and our understanding deepens with each new discovery. Who knows what other secrets are waiting to be uncovered? Now, let's reflect on why texts like this captivate us so much. The allure of forbidden texts. There's something undeniably intriguing about forbidden texts, isn't there? It's like being told, don't press the red button, and suddenly that's all you want to do. These banned or overlooked works invite us to question, to delve deeper, and to wonder about the roads less traveled in history. They offer alternative perspectives, challenge established narratives, and enrich our understanding of the past. The Book of Jubilees, with its unique take on familiar stories, opens a window into the diversity of ancient thought. It shows us that history isn't a monologue but a rich, complex dialogue with many voices. Studying such texts reminds us to stay curious and open-minded. After all, as the saying goes, the truth is out there. And there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through time, explored the enigmatic Book of Jubilees, and uncovered why this fascinating text was banned from the biblical canon. From its unique retelling of ancient stories and detailed celestial calendars to its impact on various religious traditions, the Book of Jubilees proves that sometimes, the stories left untold are the most captivating of all. It's a testament to the richness of human thought and the endless quest for understanding. So next time you hear about a forbidden text, maybe take a peek. You never know what treasures you might find. Thanks for joining me on this adventure into the past. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more intriguing tales, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and most importantly, stay curious.